Okay, so looks like I'm alive. I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a few minutes. James is trying to get his stuff set up, but I wanted to go ahead and start the broadcast so everybody would get notified. Hey, Lady Lexi, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, I hear that. I was worried myself. So, Jenny Simon, nice to see you. So it's been a little while since I've been live. If somebody could just in the chat let me know if the audio's okay, if I'm echoing or anything, that'd be great. Catherine O'Connell's good to see you. Holly Baker, Rapunzel. Okay, thank you. Awesome. Okay. Is there any questions in the chat while we're waiting for James to jump in? Hey, Murphy, what's going on? I do have some exciting stuff I want to show you all. I found this by accident and it's like really cool. Hey, Rebecca, what's going on with you? And I could have swore you were a mod. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Yes, James is okay. And oh, hold on 2 seconds. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. Okay, so it looks like okay, you there? Awesome.
Yeah, but I have to do it on the phone because it's not working on the Chrome thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine. You sound good. What's going on, man? How are you feeling?
Uh, Not good at all, honestly. Trying
Well,
to I mean there's just so much it feels like my life has been flipped upside down, and 1 second. Feels like my life has been flipped upside down.
Well, do you want
And
to
I have to take care of my dog, and there's somebody that has been giving my mom false information. Obviously, she's coming to that conclusion now, but there's a there's somebody that's like coordinating like a takedown of me, and
really?
I don't know what else do you want to call it. I mean, all this shit doesn't just happen.
Exactly. Exactly. Do you know what exactly they're saying to your mom, or do you just want to let people know because everybody's wondering about you? They're kind of in the dark. Um, do you want to like elaborate on what went on, or just let you speak? I mean, it's up to you, dude.
Well, I don't want to air my mom's dirty laundry, but let's just suffice it to say everybody knows that I had a problem, with drugs. It's going on 3 years in March, be 3 years, and she's in this club, and I don't know exactly if this is how it went down because I don't listen to her phone calls. I just know there was this new woman. They take in new like women. It's like kind of like a women's only club. It's called the Red
Okay.
Hat Club. Anyway,
Okay.
it's not important. But this woman, it was new, and she was just like more concerned about me and like my like. I mean, thing that like really raised the red flag was asking about like a version of software I had, and even and I'm like, what? Like, these are your friends. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Now, I'm just putting like very PC things together, but then down the line, actually all at once, she was talking with that. I think she was talking with that person. I don't know. I only could, I heard her, and she was extremely intoxicated, and she came up, and I was working on uh, a project. I had everything. Oh, I was working on my printer, relining my alignment on my printer because I have another printer. So I was seeing which one is smaller, but I have more ink for it. One is larger, but so I was like trying to see, which one I should use. Anyway, so it just caught me off guard because she came up, and she started going on and on, uh, and it didn't make any sense to me. So that's where I was like, where's this info? Like, what's going on here? The next thing I know, she had called the police, um, and she was being very. I mean, I'm not a punk, but uh, she was, digging into my chest, and I said, "Mom, can you please stop doing this?" And this was at the top of the stairs. Everything about it was just not my mom. I don't know how to explain it. And this is on top of like a lot of weird stuff. Obviously, I haven't been saying everything, and because there's a point, I don't want to air my when I know that there's something coordinated going on. I'm not going to just tell everybody.
Exactly.
Um, you know what I mean? Like, there's reasons why I don't. I'm sorry that if people want to know, but please don't contact if you know that. I mean, that just looks really suspect that people contacting me. I don't know if you're a friend or a foe. You should know me by now that I don't really trust that many people.
Right.
So anyway, so the next thing I know, the police are coming, and all of a sudden it gets switched that I like the battery got involved, and I'm like, battery? Bat battery, I'm battering my mom? Like it was just
Okay,
like
so
all
she put charges on you of battery, and you
well,
didn't even touch her?
I removed her fingers from touching me, but I
Right.
mean, it's like this doesn't make any sense. Now, I could chalk it up to the being under the influence, but that still doesn't fit my mom. It just somebody was in her ear. Somebody was in her ear and got her really extremely pissed. And I know this from basically the research I did onto gang stalking and stuff. They will take your family and they will slowly basically leave you alone. Like they won't let you have, it's almost like a way of like the protocol for uh what am I looking for? Cults. The protocol for cults, how you don't want your friends and family around, so you I was in Scientology for a quick minute, and they call your friends and family like some name, and they, like, oh, they're a something or other. We can't have that, and they don't want you to talk to them. Anyway, it was that strange type of programming that was going on, and it was this new girl that, like I said, no one knew in the group. All of a sudden, she was up late at night, just being like a drinking buddy to my mom. And then I asked and I said, "Oh yeah, does she drink?" And she doesn't drink. So she's kind of just kind of, you see what I'm saying? You see where it's going? It's like kind of like
Okay, so
uh,
it sounds like a new lady came into, like, the Red Hats Club and started talking to your mom
not even a
exclusively.
part of the Red Hats Club. That's the
Oh,
thing.
okay. So you don't know where
Yeah,
she met this lady?
no. And
Oh,
all the
wow.
girls were saying like she doesn't even belong. So it's like and then I didn't start putting this together, and I'm like, then I started really getting concerned because I was like, who really want, like, there's a lot of people on YouTube. What the only thing I can think is that I'm like so focused on this note. They're trying to take channels out that are focused on this note. I mean, they crashed a that train. That train was a warning.
Yeah, the Republican Party, like, how many people were on that train and it crashed? I just heard about that earlier today before my dentist appointment.
I'm on my phone, but try to look it up. Oh, I didn't say hi. I'm sorry. I'm so flustered. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Ruth. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Jenny. Salted Cedar. Catherine. Hey, Illusions.
And you're sick on top of everything, so it just makes everything just great.
Well, that go. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to jail, but it's just you might as well put your face inside of you know a sick sow. Just you might as well have just a million people sneeze on you because that's what's gonna happen. And they kept it like um negative like 40 degrees. It literally could have snowed in there.
Goodness
And
gracious.
of course I this is how horrible it was. I had my brand new board shorts. It took me 3 weeks to get them, and I know I'm making a big deal about these, but these were like, I love these. I just got them. They were expensive, like $150 expensive, and they just cut them. They just cut the strings, so now they're worthless because they you need. So my pants were falling off the whole time, and it was a nightmare. It was just a nightmare. The only a little bit of redemption, which my mom just kind of, I don't know, just didn't. I guess, well, she didn't show up for court or any of that stuff or anything, but they took me to the hospital, and they did my blood work, and of course I didn't have anything in me.
Right.
So I was like, well, because and I think so I don't know. I let my mom, obviously know that. And I don't know. I don't know how this is done. This was done I could tell when I'm out of my depths, and I'm out of my depths. There's like a multiple structured thing going on. And I want to ask people for help, but I don't know what to ask. I don't know what kind of help I need.
Well, you're basically not at home. I mean, so you don't really have a structured roof over your head at the moment. You're basically living in your car, right? So,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
couldn't.
if people could just reach out, maybe to Patreon or even your PayPal, I mean, that would be great. I mean, we all know what you're going through, and this is not something that happens every day. I mean, there's many, many people that love you, James. And I have seen there was like over 700 comments on your last video. People were contacting me, people were contacting you on your video. I mean, I was calling every hospital in California to make sure you were still breathing. I mean, so there's people out here that care about you, man. And I know you don't trust a whole lot of people, but me and you are pretty close. And for me to get worried, that just, I could tell something was wrong. My
A lot of
discernment
people.
went up. Yeah.
I have a weird connection with people that weren't even on the YouTube tip, like my friends. All of a sudden, we're like, something's up. I got all these texts saying, "What's up?" Like
Wow.
right around the same time as the I just can't. It all started with the with that van, and then it
Right.
hasn't let up. And to be honest with you, I just want it to stop. I just want my life back. It feels like, I was just the other day, I was working on videos, and I got this new type of add-on for my edits on my phone that I could do through Dropbox, and I was really stoked on it. I mean, it's nothing, but it's just another like little. I like little things like that,
Right.
and and I remember when I was homeless. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, 4 years. But the only thing that kept me going was, to be honest with you, was YouTube. I used to listen to Anthony Patch, and I was really into the Black Cube back then. I was the Black Cube and transhumanism, and I get on like super big kicks. I just remember there was this one guy, he's a really nice guy. His name is sorry about my voice. His name is Pinecone Utopia.
Okay.
That's his channel name. Pinecone Utopia.
Okay. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
heard
he's
of him.
yeah, he reminds me of the American Intelligence Report, just in the fact, not the same criteria, but just him and his wife do it. And this guy, he's just a really cool guy. I like American Intelligence Report or American Intelligence Media. I think it's Intelligence Media or Intelligence Report. I forget. Um, but anyway, my whole point was is I couldn't do it, and this was in a van, and I was trying to have my computer work, and I was illegally hooking up my computer and getting, but that was a whole bust because I was like going into targets and getting like 1,000 foot of extension and trying to do it on my computer, and I was running into problems. Obviously, I found a couple good decent spots where I could get Wi-Fi and electrical. Those are my secret spots. Um, but then I quickly found out that I could do it on my phone, and actually at the time, it took me all that pain and that wanting it so much of on the computer. And it's so funny, once I finally got to the point where I had my computer, I started going, well, I don't know how long this is going to last. So, oh, and then another reason is when I started editing on my computer, it took like 2 days to load.
Really?
Um, yeah, so I said, well, there's no way that's going to happen. Yeah, I would upload, like, say, I just got done with the video right now. It
Mhm.
wouldn't upload until like tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow night.
Wow.
It's horrible.
And one
Yeah, one.
thing that I've personally found out when I upload on my PC, um, sometimes I'll wait to put anything in the title, and I won't put any tags in. I've stopped putting any tags because of the YouTube AI, because that
Oh yeah,
allows it to slow down as well. Like, wait till it
obviously, yeah,
uploads, then put in tags.
but they've already got me to where if I don't label it, it's an automatic flag.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um, if they don't like my there's so much. If they don't like my picture that I put, I'll know it. Well, it's kind of hard when they just hit you with everything. It's just basically saying we don't like anything that you do. But it becomes part of the process because you don't even, it's not even a type. They just go, listen, you're the type of American patriot. We don't like you Americans. That's how it feels. This tech thing is definitely does not feel American. There might be these Americans. Actually, I don't know. Is Elon Musk is? I think he's like German, isn't he? Isn't he
Yeah, I'm not
American?
sure exactly what he is. I don't think he might be an American citizen, but I don't think he, was born
No, but
here.
I'm saying he has
I don't know.
dual
Hold on.
citizenship. You got to watch out for those dual citizenship people.
Oh,
I'm
hold
not
on.
being like, whatever, but a lot of spies and stuff like that. But
Oh, wow.
and
It
I don't
looks
know.
like he might be from South Africa. It
Oh,
says
South Africa. That
South African born American entrepreneur. So that's what it's saying.
right. And there's a lot of weird stuff with Africa. The reason why I said there is German. I guess I want to say that there is. No, I don't want to say UFO, but the the stuff that they're hiding, the stuff that was going on, the deep research, the you know, the stuff that people acclaim to UFOs. you know, all kinds of crazy technology um, that has a lot of German roots. A lot of people say that Germans didn't lose the war; they just kind of blended into America. And the more that I learn, the more that I find out that that is exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. Operation Paperclip was nothing more than a sanctioned uh, switching of people going from the German SS and the German military and high departments, and they said, "Oh, it's only scientists and this and that." BS. These people were doing all kinds of horrific MK Ultra type stuff, and then we wanted their stuff, and then we turned into a blend of, you know, this Nazi occult hellhole, which would make sense because we know that they're building the beast. And the thing is it's becoming more and more. Uh, People have to fight it. This thing is, to my the way that I look at it, we're not going to stop it, but we could at least give ourselves some time. And in that time, we should be communicating. We should be getting organized. We should be learning all we can about electronics, chemistry, things that we'll need. You know, if I have a feeling that they're going to do something pretty crazy in order to jam this in, because I don't see a way that they're going. They'd love to just kind of, global warming and Davos and this type of atmosphere where, it's all a bunch of BS. While they sit in the background and they're psycho killers. You ever heard that song, "Psycho Killer"? They
Yeah.
are psycho killers. And then people read their BS economist and they think they have, you know, they think they know what they're talking about. These people murder children for fun just because they're
Oh, yeah.
bored or whatever. These people are crazy.
Oh, the children's blood, and I'm actually working on something right now, but, the children's blood, basically, what they do is they get these kids so scared that they create this, um, euphoria for them. It's the
It's
endopamine
adrenochrome.
dopamine. Yeah, and the more scared the children are, the more of a high that they get, and supposedly now I've never done any hard drugs or anything like that, but it's supposed to be, like, better than heroin from what I've heard as far as, the reviews I've went on and read, and just it's
Well,
just
you know what a
really hard to
crazy
talk about
link
it.
is? A crazy link is I first read about that in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and the guy that they have with Johnny Depp in the movie in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is, or I'm sorry, the writer that wrote the book Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Hunter S. Thompson. Johnny Depp looks up to him, and there's some weird stuff there. And he also was a snuff film producer, and he talked about adrenochrome like on the inside, like he knew what the stuff was by like because he did it.
Wow.
And you can't do adrenochrome like, oh, I'll take some adrenochrome. That means you have to murder somebody.
Okay. It's really weird because I had just looked into this stuff of about a month ago, and, inside my living room, there was one of the movies, Saw. I'm sure you've probably seen the Saw movies. Well, I'm not sure exactly which one it was, but it was the one where he had the mom and the little girl hostage, and he was listening to the little girl's heartbeat. and he had this gun, and he was showing, like, putting the gun closer to the mom's head like he was going to shoot her, and then he would listen to the little girl's heartbeat again. Then he would show this little teddy bear trying to calm the little girl down. Then he would get the gun back out and then listen to her heartbeat again. And that's along the same lines as, he wanted to get her adrenaline pumping. And I was so meant to see that scene, and it just clicked with me, and I was like, "Wow," because I do not watch TV. And I was like, "What the heck is this even doing on my TV?" But it was weird because it was like I was meant to see that part.
Well, the thing
And
with movies is there that's the Satanist cover. So when I think around the time, really, I mean, I've always known this. I've always loved art, but not I've loved art, but I realized that it was a cover, and I realized a lot of stuff in the art world, not just like let me see what I'm trying to say. Like the art thing is just a cover for these Satanists to get away with whatever they want. I mean, they could tell their secrets, laughed. I don't know how they feel if they're like, haha, this is like because some stuff you would only get from actually doing it. And they put that stuff in movies and it rings true and you're like, this is sick. And I forget who says it. I think it's Russian Vids who says lies in the news, truth in movies. That is
yeah,
true. Not
that
always, but it is pretty damn true.
yeah, Enter the Stars is really good about decoding the movies and showing the truth and showing what they want to plan before they actually do it. It's like they tell us what they're gonna do in movies before it's actually done or while they're doing it. There's all these codes and stuff, and, you know, people don't like to, and that's the only reason I would ever watch movies is to decode them and just watch for the signs. I don't even pay attention to the actual plot, the actual narrative, because I find myself looking for all these codes, and, when you're in the truth movement, that's just basically what you end up doing. You're just all about the truth. And when I saw that scene, I mean, I had just walked into my living room and that was the scene that was playing on that Saw movie. And I was like, "Whoa." I could just totally relate to because I had just been researching that exact thing. So I was meant to see it. But the thing I'm working on right now is I'm exposing the actual Pizzagate in DC that was done years ago. And people need to know that this hasn't just been going on. It's been going on since the 70s and 80s. And
Well, longer than that.
people you wouldn't even think are involved. And I'm not scared of one bit. I will speak my mind. I will speak my piece.
Watch out. You should have a little healthy fear. I mean, I'm not saying fear,
Right,
not don't
right.
let
Well,
it
I mean,
rule you, but
James,
be sure.
we've talked. You know what I'm trying to say. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, we're all in this together. But I would much rather speak the truth and get the truth out there than to keep know about it and keep it in. Once I find something out like that, it's very hard to keep it in because how many people, how many children are to this day being abducted and being used for that? And, it's kind of like this. That's kind of why they wanted to bring all these illegal aliens in here, because
Of
they don't
course.
have to register them. They'll
Of
probably
course
just
it is.
bring them
That's
in
their
and take
program.
them somewhere.
That's that, and Trump knows that. That's what he's
Exactly.
threatening undercover. He's threatening their. And what do you think that these senators that represent the American people hasn't anybody gone? Why is the issue all of a sudden all about illegal immigrants? Hello, we're here. Yeah, it's
Well,
us, the
he
American people.
also talked about what another thing I'm going to uncover is the FBI. He's planning on basically revamping the whole FBI, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to uncover that in the video I'm working on. So, I mean, there's things that are going on that we think we know about, But until we actually start digging deep, you have no idea.
Heard something there was over 1,000 intelligence agencies, not just the CIA, FBI, the Office of Special. I mean, there is ones that don't have names. That I mean, the intelligence services have gone completely off the rails, and now that it's like corporations all have their own, uh, deal. We saw that, how what's that guy? Ayers? No, what's his name? Ayers? The guy from Fox who ran his stuff just like a CIA operating base, and would put tails on people and do counter surveillance and everything for a newspaper. Yeah, Roger Ailes.
Yeah.
Um that's just, what came out. Obviously, that's going on a deeper level.
He was the
So,
CEO of Fox, right?
yeah.
He got fired. Yeah.
I think he got taken out.
Um, I think wait a minute. Hold on. Hold
I
on.
mean, that's what they said, but then he like died. So I mean, some of these people have so much dirt. You can't. They don't retire. They. You
Yeah, he
know.
died May 18th, 2017 in Palm Beach, Florida. Wow. Cause of death was subdural hematoma, hemophilia, whatever that is. Hold on. Let me look real quick. A severe head injury? This type of subdural hematoma is among the deadliest of all head injuries. The bleeding fills the brain very rapidly, compressing brain tissue. This often results in brain injury and may lead to death. Is that? They're usually, yeah, it's caused by severe head injuries. Hmm.
And in this say, one of the manuals, the best way to kill somebody is to drop them from high places and deliver a blow to their head prior to dropping them out of a window. One of the shows that is really spooky. It's called Wormwood. It's on Netflix.
So,
It shows gets into the whole thing. Um, this guy Frank, I forget his last name, but they were doing these. It was basically, it really had ties into what was going on in Korea and germ warfare, and they used the LSD ruse as like kind of a throw off. That's how I'm taking it. Is the LSD thing was just another. This guy wanted out, and they did things, and there was all kinds of crazy stuff, and he knew he was going to die. His partner didn't kill him. This guy was just a CIA,
operative.
skinny dude. No, yeah, just like whatever. It wasn't. He wasn't like he just
Well,
wasn't the killing type. What he did is he opened
they
up. Hold on. What he did is he opened up the room. He went and had a cigarette in the bathroom, and then you see these two. This was like 1950s, 1960s, and you see these two guys just come, and they never got to the bottom of how he exactly got thrown out the window. But oh man, that stuff is scary. It's good for just research, just to see the modus operandi, and just kind of, I like that kind of stuff. But what were you gonna say?
I said, the CIA created LSD as a project to see how people would react as far as like mind control. They actually created it and did tests on these people and did not tell them what they were doing. They basically gave it to them and just basically recorded how they acted. I watched a really good documentary about a week ago on that. I don't know how old. I think it was a pretty good and pretty old documentary. But it's really weird that you even talked about Roger Ailes because About 15 hours ago, Daily News reported that ex-Fox News anchor says Roger Ailes secretly filmed female workers getting undressed. If you want me to read that, it's not very long. This is a former Fox News anchor says ousted chairman Roger Ailes, who died months after he was fired from the network, secretly recorded female employees while they undressed. Andrea Tantaros had already claimed in a lawsuit that she was sexually harassed at the network. In an amended complaint, Tantaros said Ailes had a closed-circuit television system installed to watch women as they changed outfits. She also said that on-air women were required to attend a biannual trunk show held by the network's wardrobe department, and that Ailes used the event as an opportunity to secretly film female talent. She quoted that the dresses were pre-selected for the women by the wardrobe department before their arrival. Pants were not an option, she said. And a Fox News representative told Variety magazine that the lawsuit was, quote, a work of fiction. It goes on to tell about how he died at the age of 77. And it says uh, Fox News moved for sanctions against the lawyer who filed Andrea Tantaro's original lawsuit, and he has since withdrawn. None of the 4 lawyers currently representing her in the action signed her new complaint, which she purports to have written herself. They're calling her outlandish claims lack of any factual basis. So, and it looks like more than one's reporting on that same report here. He was once arrested for possessing an illegal weapon. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of funny. Did they ever say how he actually died as far as like what happened to him? Because it seems to me like he fell and hit his head or something. I don't know. I mean,
He was
that's,
taken out.
yeah, I'd say so. Two mission in the chat. She said that her oldest died at 43 by that hematoma. I'm sorry to hear that, hon. Well, I mean, is there anything else you want to share with us, James? Do you want me to show that map, or do you just want to cut it and we'll come on again next couple days?
Fill me in the map. What?
That live map I was showing you last night or this morning.
Oh yeah, you're going on about that. I'm sorry. I'm not
No,
feeling that well.
no, it's okay. It's okay. I know we weren't planning on doing a real long live stream. I just
Yeah,
didn't
there's
know it.
something I wanted to see, but it sounded like it was a concoction between what's that Twitter thing that you could do
I'm
that
not
check you
sure.
check that. Yeah, it's the one that's like the videos you can check all in the area. I forget the name, but it has a certain name.
All right, hold
You
on.
could
Let me
just
get it pulled up.
and then it sounds like you can get news. Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then by the way, when I went, all my phone and everything, it was reinstalled. I had to reinstall the programs. A lot of weird stuff. There was pinned stuff to where I couldn't operate. Um, like my security windows were pinned, and I was like, my mom doesn't know how to do that. Like, I
You're what
it's
now? Can you repeat that real quick? You said
pinned, pinned, PINNED. if you pin windows, you're able to basically have that to where it's just a way of not making the functionality available to the user. So if you don't want somebody to be able to encrypt their uh, SD card or their SIM card or whatever you pin I don't know exactly how it's done, but you will pin that window and then you will leave it to where now in the settings when you go there it'll just look grayed out. And it took me a while to figure out that these were all being pinned. Well, that's impossible. Like how is that done on the night that I leave? My phone remained on my desk, didn't go anywhere. So I mean it's just like one thing after another is like what is going on? Is this it right here?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my screen situated. But yeah. Um 2 seconds here. So what this is an actual hold on. This is an actual map that I found when I was trying to search for Mr. Munder here, see what happened to him. And I saw, hold on, it's not, hold on. So I found this car crash in California and I was hoping that it wasn't him, but basically I found this map and I was like, well, did I uncover something that I shouldn't, but it is public domain. But what this is it'll have news here on the side, and then you just hover over and it's a live UA map and it tells what is going on. Like, all right, we're in Nebraska right now. You hover over this star and it says a judge has convicted a Norfolk woman accused of killing her 4-year-old daughter. Judge James Cube rendered his verdict on Wednesday in the Madison County District Court after the 23-year-old Carla Montoya trial on the non-judicial trial. The charge was deliberate child abuse resulting in death. Her sentencing is scheduled for March 15th. So it's got all the US and you can actually go to Asia. It even has an ISIS link, Islamic State. So news on that. There's different, let me go to the events here.
What's the name of it?
It's live UA map. So it's usa.liveuamap.com. These little frowny faces here means there's been a death. Okay. So let me click on this. Oh, okay.
USA.live UA.
Like the letter U, the letter A, map.com. A woman was struck and killed by a car early Thursday morning. Portland police said the woman was struck crossing Southeast 148th Avenue. So, I mean, it's pretty detailed. I mean, you can just click on it. It'll usually have an article here on the right-hand side. I've got a touch screen here, so I'm zooming out.
Oh, Periscope is what I was thinking. It's like combination Periscope and then news articles. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like all in one. It's really cool. But here at the top here, you can click on different countries and it'll tell you what's going on in each country. You've got right here, and it's delayed because I'm screen sharing, but Legend. Oh, I'm not happy right now. It's right here at the top. See, it's not okay. Up here at the
Go
top.
where that
Look,
school shooting was. See if what
hold
we
on
could
just a
get
second.
in.
Hold on just a second. I want to show this right here. If you go hit legend, it'll tell you what the colors represent. Like blue is US government. Of course, I'm in the US, so all of them's going to be blue. But then if you go down, it'll tell you what red means, brown, non-governmental organizations. So it's all color coded. And then the areas are also color coded. Like if you see a red line, that means a tornado storm warning. So it's actually got weather involved as well. and then it'll tell you, check this out: road accidents, cars, airplanes, camps, fires. Like I said, the frowny face means dead, stabbing attacks. It's just loaded with information.
Now you have to pull that up on your browser. You can't download an
No,
app.
there's actually an app there. I found the Android app. It's called Live UA Map. You can actually get it on your
Live
phone. Yeah, I sent you the link on
live
your text messages this morning to the Android app, but there's also an Apple. I'm not sure what the Apple map is called. It's probably Live UA Map as well. But just in your Google app, Live, the letter U, A, Map.
If people in the comments could write down some remember that one just really quick, Kay. Remember that app that was breaking news? Oh, I love that app, and then they got rid of it. If anybody knows stuff like that, I'm looking for stuff. Sorry, I just wanted to see if anybody knew of any cool other apps too while I'm writing these down. So what's here? This looks crazy.
What's that?
So you have map, snow, animals, wildlife, floods, drugs, explosions.
So you said you wanted to go to that shooting. You see the gun right here on the map?
Yeah.
These are all shootings.
The 12-year-old,
Let's see.
the girl like took as a 12-year-old girl like took a gun to school and just shot two people. It was really really crazy. It's the only piece of news I've got today. Sorry. Been
So
way
do you
off
know
my
where that
game.
was?
No, that's why yeah, I don't even know if it was in California or
Let
maybe
me
it was in California since they're blaring it on the radio. Go back to the
I'm going to California right now.
no,
Going over.
the people, everybody will know. I'm sure people have been trying to say it. Go back to
Okay, hold on here. Let me pull the chat up.
the chat.
The chat. Oh, well, I thought I had the chat up. Let me restore it here.
Texas, California, LA. It was in Los Angeles. Illusions, it was in Los Angeles?
Really?
That's the reason why they were I mean, I couldn't I was only in the car, but oh no. Hold on.
Oh, isn't that nice?
What does it say?
What does what say? Oh, this was just 6 hours ago. A suspect was shot by Harvey police officer on Wednesday afternoon after hopping in the officer's squad car and then trying to run him over, authorities said. Two Harvey police officers were talking at 4:38 p.m. near the intersection of 148th Street and Dixie Highway in Harvey when they witnessed a two-car crash around the corner, according to Sean Howard, spokesman for the city of Harvey. That was 6 hours ago. Um,
No, I just wanted to show if you knew like some of the information, like 12-year-old girl shoots two at elementary school. If you put it into the search bar, how good would it come up with the stories? Or
Let me see if it's under events because I'm not sure exactly how to search on this yet. I'm still learning. uh, here. There's something on the FBI.
Is Twitter involved in this? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Twitter?
Twitter is involved in this, but I don't know if I can log in. So, here, let's just get off this map here real quick and I'll search. Stop it, Dozer. Okay, 12-year-old shooting Los Angeles. I guess I spelled Los Angeles wrong. Yeah, I did. Okay, here we go. I hate to do CNN, but 2 students shot at Los Angeles school. 12-year-old girl is in custody.
Yeah. Oh, it's CNN, but this is what happened. Yeah.
But why isn't it showing on that map? See, it's just that's very odd to me. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but 2 15-year-old students were shot Thursday morning in a classroom at Sal Castro Middle School in Los Angeles, and a 12-year-old female student is in custody. Hold on.
Unified School Police officers, in conjunction with the LAPD Rampart detective and officers, responded to a shooting call here at Belmont High School. When they arrived, they located a few victims, and they also located the suspect, who they took into custody without further incident. A gun was recovered at scene, and those students were transported to a local hospital where they're currently undergoing medical treatment, and some are listed in some stable conditions. And that's where we're at right now.
Okay, it's on this autoplay thing, and I can't stand that.
Gun safety organization, there have been 272 school shootings since 2013. There's now a virtual reality program that would put teachers and school administrators inside an active shooting so that they could learn how to respond. It's not in the school.
Wow. A VR active shooter training. How nice. Come here. All right. You still there, James? 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 Hello?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't really want to play too much of CNN there. So,
Oh, yeah. So I was screaming, "Get off CNN!" But I
yeah.
had it muted. So
Yeah.
apparently you get off CNN.
Yeah.
Go just see what else articles are. The whole thing I was saying, it was muted. Go and see who else is writing about this.
Yeah, I
I
am.
was like, is she ignoring me?
I couldn't hear you. Oh,
All right.
goodness.
Oh, finally. All
Oh.
right. See right there. Go up.
Nah, hold on. I don't want to go to abc.com. LA
No,
Times.
but sometimes you could tell by who's jumping on a story.
Oh, yeah, they're all jumping on it. The BBC, ABC News. I'm
I
just
don't
gonna hit
trust
the LA
BBC,
Times.
I don't trust ABC, and I don't trust CNN. For all
Right.
I'm concerned, they are just an echo chamber for the New World Order mouthpiece. Those in particular.
Yeah. All right, so this is from the Los Angeles Times. It says one is in critical condition. And the other article didn't say that, I don't think. Let's see. A 12-year-old girl is in police custody after shooting at Salvador Castro Middle School on Thursday. It left 2 students injured, 1 critically. The gunfire erupted in a classroom shortly after the school day had begun and caused numerous students to run from the area. When authorities responded around 8:55 a.m., they found a 15-year-old boy with a gunshot wound to the head and a 15-year-old girl shot in the wrist. The boy is in critical condition and the girl is in fair condition.
Now, people want to see what kind of mind control the media is doing. I guarantee you, this type of weaponization that they're doing by splitting up people and doing all this, and this had something to do. I mean, this is the type of stuff that it plays out in real time like this. What 12-year-old girl is going to go and take a gun and blast? I mean, Is this the new site that you were talking about? Is this the maps? Live UA map?
No, this is on LA Times. I just
Oh, I
Googled
was
search
wondering
the
if
shooting area.
okay.
Yeah, what's weird is hold on, I'm gonna go back to this map, and I am going to hit a refresh to see if it's showing up on the live UA map, because that's big news. It should be on the map, right? Right? So
Why does it keep saying the Harvey? Maybe it's because you have to change your location settings.
no, I've got it. No, it's because I refreshed it and I had it on source. So hold on, let me get off of that. I'm gonna X off of that. See where it says news live? That's why it says source. It's popping up articles right here, but the map is over here. So let's pull. You can have the source up at the right hand side, and then the map at the left. So let me make this smaller here. And look, you see how a minute ago it was full? And now look at it. It's got just a little bit going on right now. A while ago, it was like full of stuff.
Wait, go to the time. We know the time. Didn't the CNN article said at this time, go to the time.
It was 8:55 a.m.
Okay, go to time at 8:55 a.m. Los Angeles.
Okay. All right. It doesn't actually let you put in an actual time. Look, it's got the dates. So
Well,
you
that's
can
weird.
actually search for different dates, which is cool, but it doesn't actually have a time.
I was thinking that would be really cool if you could do it by time if you knew the time. By the way, she just told me about this last night, so we're both just digging into this. But it looks like there's a lot more stuff because of the maps. It doesn't look like it's through Google. It looks like it's through Bing.
No, it's Chrome.
This
I'm on
is
Chrome. Oh, now
no
look, it
Chrome
just
the
popped up more
browser,
stuff.
but the map wise, it looks like it's being done through Bing.
Huh. You can change what language you want. Let's see what its key is. Okay, key just basically tells Illinois news on live map. I'm not sure. Like, we're just now playing with this, guys. So, okay, so look, you can hit what you want to look for and hit apply. So if I wanted to click on all of these, I could hit apply and it would show all of them. So here, let's hit the gun and see if that shows up. Where'd the gun go? Where's the gun? Okay, gun shooting. I'm going to hit that. And like I said, it's going to be a little delayed. And let me hit apply down here at the
There's
bottom.
probably still shooting right there too.
Wow, check that out. It blew up. The map. The map is blowing up. Let's zoom in on California because you can actually zoom in. And you said Los Angeles?
I just heard about this, but you know what? I guarantee you people are going to want to know more about that train crash. I sure as hell do.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
see what this sucker would is going to bring us to. I saw
Where'd that train
I
crash
saw a
happen
whole
at?
bunch of people's takes on the train crash and it having to Potter was saying about how they take Congress people to bunkers or something like
Yeah,
that. And I
they
was
were
like,
actually
bunkers?
heading. Okay, yeah, I saw that. They were actually heading to the underground bunker that Congress goes to if there's a nuclear missile threat. So hold on. So let's see. Republican train crash. See, I can't even type. Look at that. Train crash. Train crash. All right. check this out. Stephen King says fatal GOP train crash is karma. Are you kidding me? Breitbart, 10 hours ago. Wait a second. One dead in accident involving train carrying GOP members. I didn't hear of anybody dying. That's 11 hours ago, ABC. Driver experienced crossing malfunction before GOP train crash. Representative Greg Walden states on Twitter that we're fine, but our train hit a garbage truck. Members with medical training are assisting the drivers of the truck.
Yeah,
So
the garbage truck really is like
yeah.
a big thing in this.
Yeah. Do you all remember the garbage truck on 9/11 and DC, all the garbage trucks that were like all over the place? And during the DNC and RNC, wasn't there garbage trucks there too? And supposedly, now this
I
is
think it's
rumor.
a sign to say that if this note gets released, all your garbage will be released or something like that.
Yeah, there's kind of like an innuendo there. Basically, I heard that the garbage trucks during all like the DNC, RNC inauguration, there were garbage trucks spread out with like cameras put on them. Now, I don't know how true that is. That's why I haven't ever reported on it, but it was a rumor that they were actually like spying on people with these garbage trucks. Like on every street there would be a garbage truck just sitting there. So, do you want me to pull up the New York Times about this train wreck here?
Yeah.
Okay. Train carrying Republic lawmakers to retreat, crashes into truck. Okay, so here's the Amtrak's train, and there's the garbage truck. Where's the other part to the garbage truck? That looks just like a semi of some sort. Where's the garbage truck? Does that look like a garbage truck?
During this time that my computer went out was the transition time that I got my my live streaming.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. Indeed.
So you
20
were supposed to pick up your computer today. Did you get that done, or is that put on hold right at the moment?
It's going to be in functionality hopefully tomorrow, but I don't know where, you know what I'm saying, you know my situation, so back to the old situation, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
okay, great. They got me out. So what I think I could do is I'm going to I need to have all the facts and everything because I can't let them alienate me. And
Right.
that's exactly what they did. So, but enough about me. It makes me like almost want to cry thinking about how my computer's almost ready and then there's nowhere to put it. So, but
Well, there was a bunch of people in the chat, like even Tessa offered to let you stay with her in Texas, I believe. There's a bunch of people in the chat, you know, offering handouts and with open arms, dude. So
you guys are awesome. Thank you.
sorry about that. I need to turn my phone off. Here's a little video. It looks like Representative Mark Walker actually played or put on his Twitter. Let's play that.
Wait, just like what happened though? I still don't. I know there was garbage.
I want to see it. Okay, so they must have removed the back of the garbage truck. See all that garbage?
Make it big, okay?
All right, I'm going to start this over. All right, there you go.
What am I looking at? It looks
The
like a
garbage
landfill.
truck. Yeah, I know. The garbage truck, dude. Looks like there was 2 vehicles involved, not just a garbage truck, because that's a semi right there.
Well, apparently, I think they said that the garbage truck was on the Amtrak rails
Oh, okay.
and it got smashed by either one or two of the damn trains.
Okay, so let's read this article here.
Yeah. And let's make sure we get somebody go to a conservative leaning site.
I'm on the New York Times.
Go more conservative than that.
All right.
And when I say conservative, I just mean they tell the truth more.
Right. I got you, man. Let's see.
Like, what is Zero Hedge saying? What is the New York Post saying? What is Breitbart saying?
What about Washington Post?
Oh, is that a joke?
Yeah. The Hill? No, hold on. Breitbart. And that's talking about Stephen King.
Well, you know what Google does? They don't let they put all the crap first.
Yeah.
So you have to go Z Hedge and then the name of this thing or something like that.
Of course, Snopes would come up first thing. Are you kidding
Snopes
me?
is to turn away,
Look at this.
you know,
I'm not getting nothing. Let me just go to zerohedge.com. I know, right?
Yeah, you have to put in the title. Yeah. If you want real news, you have to look for it. This is the only way. So you go Zero Hedge and then let's get the
okay.
Train crash Zero Hedge.
Where?
No, type that in.
I know, but hold on, dude. 2 seconds, dude. 2 seconds. I was just wanting to see if it was showing up there. All right, I'll search. Daggone it.
And put garbage in there or Amtrak or something that you know.
Look at what the search results came up. High-speed train derails in northwest Spain. It's like not even one of the top. Are you kidding me?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Zero Hedge isn't even talking about it. Look at this, dude. It's not even coming up. On train crash, the last one was 12/27, 2017.
Put Amtrak garbage. Put Amtrak garbage.
No results.
All right, this is filth. Get off Zero Hedge. Yeah, get off Zero Hedge. Get off Zero Hedge. That's ridiculous. Maybe they don't have information. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it was some secret whatever. I don't even know. Still don't know what's going on. So maybe they didn't have a person. You know, they don't have people everywhere. But definitely try to go conservative.
Right.
And let's try to get let's see what the chat's saying. Maybe they know of a good article that will flesh everything out. How are you doing it to where it was just in the corner so we could see what people were saying?
You want to see what Snopes says just to see what they're saying?
Oh, come off it.
Oh, seriously though, look.
Can we
there's a
out the real deal?
Listen, there's a question. It says, did a train carrying GOP congressman crash due to a deep state? Like they're already trying to call it out as it not being probably what it is. You know, whatever Snopes says, usually the opposite is the truth. So let me
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look. Exactly. Did a
The
train
train
carrying
carrying GOP congressman crashed due to a deep
deep state
state
plot?
plot.
Wow.
Mm.
See?
And then Snopes, the icon is a snake. You know,
Exactly, dude.
we're
It's
Snopes. We're
oh
just
man.
cat lovers.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe a couple which has divorced at this time. I don't even know who's actually over it now, but
Couple. They're
really,
it's an intelligence operation. That's their
exactly.
cover. We love cats. We sit on couches. We're named Snopes. Get out of here. I don't believe you.
Okay, so let's hit you want to do Indianapolis Star or Long Beach Press Telegram?
Where the hell did this happen? Let's get the local news or something. Can we just get some real intelligence here?
Okay, so Virginia. It happened in Virginia.
So let's go to Virginia something or other. Ooh, Virginia. Oh man. Yeah, there's something this is tied in with the memo, guaranteed. Of course, they shove Washington Post on us, and they shove all this crap.
Burlington Times News.
Keep going. Let's try to get one that we can at least.
Victim of train truck
Oh,
crash
okay. Here's Fox. I
identified.
mean Fox, whatever, but let's go Fox. They
No,
have a
no,
big
Scott.
base, and yeah, let's go
No,
Fox.
no, not doing it.
Oh God. Okay, fine. This is a different Fox. Just saying.
I know. All right, look here. Let's go to Fox News. It's not very conservative, James, but okay. Train wreck shatters another deceivingly normal day for Congress.
All right, let's see what happens here.
I'm really getting upset here. Okay, so there is no norm. Oh, do not play. Don't do it.
It will.
Don't do it. Stop it. Okay. Want to read it?
All right, it says right here there is no normal on Capitol Hill. Tax policy, education grants, war funding, midterm elections, they are normal. But the bizarre, the news of the weird routinely devours all on Capitol Hill. If Congress is involved in something normal, you can bet that somehow, in some unforeseen fashion, the mundane or MUNDER will stunningly warp into the malignant. All right, so what the hell did I just read so far? Let's stop trying to be poets here. Jeez. Recall when a mailman in April 2015 pierced all of downtown Washington's air defenses and piloted a gyrocopter into the west front of the Capitol to protest big money in politics. Just an ordinary day until he showed up. Oh man, just the way it's worded. Few can think of anything more American than an early morning baseball practice on a hot June morning until a crazed gunman showed up behind third base and started shooting. The assailant shot House Majority Whip Steve Scalise, two Capitol police officers, a House aide, and a lobbyist last summer. Former Representative Gabrielle Giffords was about to hold a meet and greet with constituents in a supermarket parking lot. I'm just wondering, are we ever going to get to the story? Or are they just going to list? I mean, come on. God,
Hold
okay,
on.
Gabrielle Giffords, Can we get to this stuff? What happened?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, right here. A specially chartered Amtrak train crashed Wednesday into a garbage truck in rural Virginia as it shuttled congressional GOPers to their annual issues retreat at the Greenbrier Resort in White Sulphur Springs. West Virginia. The accident killed a passenger in the truck. Christopher Foley, 28, of Louisa County, Virginia. Hold on, let's take that again. What were they doing? It says right here, in rural Virginia, shuttling congressional GOPers to their annual issues retreat at the Greenbrier Resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. I don't know. Something about that doesn't. Their annual issues retreat in. All right, so White Sulphur Springs. All right, so the House GOP conference is no. What did you do?
I'm Googling that. Go ahead.
All right, the House GOP conference is known for its Doctors Caucus, a number of members who are practicing medical professionals. Many of them were on the train and sprang into action. Representatives Brad Winstrup of Ohio, Roger Marshall, Kansas, Phil Rowe, Republican, Tennessee, Larry Buchan, and Indiana, Michael Boogres, Texas, and Bill Cassidy. I don't like all the R's and it's confusing. Weinrop says he and Rowe split up. Yeah, just reread it.
Winstrup says he and Rowe split up to attend the injured and try to save the truck passenger. Marshall performed CPR but said he was gone. House Chaplain Fr. Patrick Conroy administered last rites.
Oh. Whoa.
What?
There's something that my flags are so high on this one, I can't even. There's just a whole line of red flags behind me right now.
Are you kidding me? So they actually carry a house chaplain on events with them?
What was really going on? There's a house chaplain. What's the issues in White Springs, Sulphur Springs? To me, the story stinks really bad. Not just because it has sulfur in it, but...
And it's not showing up on our map.
Not showing up on the map.
There was that school shooting. So, I mean, how, okay.
This was a huge deal, though. I mean, you have shootings every day. You don't have congressional leaders being taken out.
I want to know what happened. Like, did the garbage truck try to cross the tracks and the train crashed into it, or what? They're not giving us much.
They're definitely not giving us much. So let's just keep going here. Because Weinstrop says he and Rose split up to attend to the injured and try to save the truck passenger. Marshall performed CPR but said he was gone. House chaplain Patrick Conroy administered last rites. That is really weird. Weinstrop served in Iraq as a military combat surgeon. Republicans credit Weinstrop with saving the life of Scalise the morning he was shot. Oh, wow. Oh. Are we seeing? Yeah, this is already really weird that all these data points are lining up. Weinstrop served in Iraq as a military combat surgeon. Republicans credit Weinstrop with saving the life of Scalise the morning he was shot. So,
what now?
Remember when Steve Scalise
right, he was shot twice?
So this guy was there at the Republican shooting, the baseball shooting, right, and this weird thing. So this guy is obviously probably protection for the war that's really going on. There's no way that he was just randomly there. Like, no.
Especially the whole Republican Party wasn't even on that train. Why were certain GOPers on that train and certain ones not? I mean, if this is an annual retreat, are you kidding me? Wouldn't you think that they would all be there?
No, exactly. And that's a cover story. I mean, what exactly? So it says he served in Iraq as military combat surgeon. Republicans credit Weintraub with saving the life of Scalise the morning he was shot. And for the second time in less than a year, Weintraub was pressed into service while doing routine things with his House colleagues, playing baseball and riding a train. Those juxtapositions reveal how strange the congressional experience can be. Oh, stop giving us this line. We know what's going on. Brad was cutting away the victim's jacket to use as a life-saving equipment. 6 months ago, he was doing the same thing on a baseball field, said Senator Jeff Flake. Red flags. I thought after that time, I never want to experience that again, but it came too soon. In June, we had to wait until the shooting stopped. Wait, hold on. In June, we had to wait till the shooting stopped, said Weintraub. When asked about responding today compared to the baseball practice, today we were able to react immediately. It's surreal that Weintraub has the opportunity to contrast the experiences. We've already gone through the whole article, and they haven't even exactly addressed what exactly happened. They talk about him saving, and you know that something's going on when they're not addressed. They're filling the article with, you know what I'm saying? What exactly happened? Did I miss it?
No, they're getting ready to talk about it. Keep reading.
All right. It's surreal that Weintraub had the opportunity to contrast the experiences. Who would think that the story of the day would center on what happened to lawmakers on a train just hours after President Trump's State of the Union address? Keep that in mind. You know, let's star that. It was hours after President Trump's State of the Union. We know the memo from Q Back Channel Intelligence, timing is everything. Just keep that in mind also. Now it says, it gets weirder. This is the second consecutive year where people have died amid efforts to transport lawmakers to their policy retreats. On January 25th, 2017, Senate Democrats boarded buses bound for Shepherdstown, West Virginia, in the state's eastern panhandle. U.S. Capitol Police and Maryland State Police escorted the buses up I-270 from Washington. Police blocked traffic at the interchange between I-270 and the I-70 near Frederick to allow Senate Democratic motorcade to pass. 2 dump trucks stopped on I-70, followed by an SUV. A third dump truck then smashed into the SUV, sandwiching that vehicle between the other dump trucks. A fireball swelled from the SUV, engulfing the vehicles.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wow.
This all happened? This was the same thing?
Yeah.
A fireball?
No. Check us out. Read what you just wrote. On January 25th, 2017. I don't remember hearing about this. This is what you're reading. This happened back in January of last year.
When the hell did that? I don't remember hearing about that.
No. I literally thought you were reading about what happened today. And see, this is where they get you guys. This is where they get us. We're thinking we're reading an article about today. All right? And hold on, let me go down just a little bit, James. Just see if they bring up today. Do they even get in what happened today? No, this is talking about another train crash that happened last year on the 25th of January. Wow.
Hold on. On Wednesday morning, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi of California and other top Democrats met with reporters to exasperate Trump for his performance Tuesday night. But the train wreck happened. House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy announced his retirement Wednesday. Wait.
What?
House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy announced his retirement Wednesday as well. Gowdy's retirement makes him the 9th House Committee Chair to step aside. Gowdy's announcement came just 2 days after the House Appropriations Committee Chairman Rodney Frangolo, RNJ, declared this was his last term.
Huh?
Representative Robert Brady, the top Democrat on the House Administration Committee, also announced his retirement Wednesday. What is going on?
Hold on. Is this dated for today? Hold on, dude.
Is
I'm
this
totally
real?
confused.
I am confused. Play the damn special report.
Yeah, this
See
is
what-
7 hours ago. Here, let's.
Yeah, play this. They made this confusing for.
All right, hold on.
Tonight from Fox News World Headquarters in New York, our top story is about 250 miles outside Washington, D.C. One person is dead, and a lot of Republican lawmakers are shaken up. Political retreat near the West Virginia border with West Virginia. Several people on board that train taken to hospitals, and naturally, right after it happened, questions started about whether this was something else. Correspondent Peter Ducey has the latest tonight from White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Peter. Good evening, Brett. Almost 3 hours into a chartered train ride from Washington, D.C. to West Virginia, lawmakers were jolted. They heard a loud noise. The cars quickly screeched from 70 to 0, according to one member, and that is because their ride to a retreat collided with a garbage truck on the tracks in the town of Crozet. Within minutes, as a strong electrical smell filled the cabins, the Capitol Police pleaded with any physicians on board to administer first aid to the most seriously injured. And that is when a handful of legislators turned into lifesavers. Among the doctors on board, Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy, Ohio Congressman Brad Wenstrup, Texas Congressman Michael Burgess, Tennessee Congressman Phil Rowe, and Kansas Congressman Roger Marshall, who told us 2 of the passengers in the truck required the most urgent attention, but that one could not be saved.
Dr. Rowe and I could not find a pulse, and his pupils were fixed and dilated, and thought it was best to call that code and move all of our attention back to the first victim.
5 train passengers were taken to the University of Virginia Hospital for head injuries, including a staffer for House Speaker Paul Ryan and a representative from Minnesota, Congressman Jason Lewis, who was evaluated for a concussion and tells Fox, quote, "I'm fine compared to, tragically, the truck drivers, and thankful for the prompt action of our doctors and first responders. My thoughts are with the family of the individual who passed away." Back in D.C., meanwhile, the president, who was briefed, says it's going to be a while until authorities know how a truck ended up on the tracks in front of a heavily guarded train.
We don't have a full understanding yet as to what happened, but it was a train hitting a truck going at a pretty good speed, and we'll have a full report.
At the point of impact, the badly damaged engine car was eventually removed, and the remaining cars were towed backwards to a train station in downtown Charlottesville, where Republicans were quickly loaded onto buses for a drive to their planned retreat.
And certainly in a somber mood, obviously concerned about those who were seriously injured and the deceased, and then some who were pretty bruised up. Somebody just walked back and got a cut. On their hand, I think we're all Labrador, and others who were up at that time. It was quite a jolt.
We were there. The transfer from train cars to buses in Charlottesville was tense at times because state and local authorities were not expecting to have half of Congress drop by the middle of...
Hold on. Is it just me, or does he look like a freaking, like, doll? Sorry. Look at that hair. Sorry.
A college town in the middle of the day. Lawmakers that I have spoken to are upset about what happened, but they are here now trying to refocus on their 2018 agenda. Brett.
Peter, thank you.
Another school shooting today. This time, a 12-year-old girl accused of opening fire in a classroom, shooting a student in the head. That's according to investigators in Los Angeles. They say it happened this morning at a middle school just west of downtown Los Angeles.
Oh my gosh.
Police there say
Stop.
the suspect is in custody. They say the
Stop it.
15-year-old boy she shot in the head is critical but stable in a hospital. They say she also shot a 15-year-old girl in the wrist. That girl now fair. Trace Gallagher picks up the news from there.
Hold on. Did y'all see that? $32. Whoop whoop. Sorry.
Also shot a 15-year-old girl in the wrist. That girl now fair. Trace Gallagher picks up the news from there, from Los Angeles. Trace?
Shep, Salvador Castro Middle School, where the shooting happened, also shares a campus with Belmont High School. And right now, both schools remain on lockdown, but the classes are still in session, although like we have seen many times since Columbine, each student...
They just said the classes were still in session. How often, if there's a school shooting, they're still going to hold classes in session? You're kidding me.
Each student did have to put their hands up or behind their backs and was searched for weapons. The 12-year-old girl who was taken into custody was first called a person of interest. She, as you noted, is now a shooting suspect, the only suspect. And so far, we have not been given any evidence to suggest this was an accidental shooting. Police do have possession of the weapon in question, but they have not released exactly what type of gun it is or who it belongs to. But as police noted during today's news conference, most students with guns on campus get them from home. Authorities also would not speculate as to how she got the gun on campus. The middle school does not have walk-through metal detectors. Instead, the school relies on handheld metal detecting wands, and a campus-wide check for weapons is supposed to happen every day. Here's the police chief of the LA Unified School District watching.
Every one of our schools, every one of our secondary schools, LA's USD has policies and procedures in place. Okay, at every one of our schools. We have numerous safety procedures in place and numerous policies that go with our safe school plans.
Yeah, the big concern right now is for that 15-year-old you mentioned who was shot in the head. He is critical but stable. The 15-year-old girl shot in the wrist, we're told, is going to be fine. The other 3 injuries are minor abrasions. We've got 355 kids in this school. 92% of them are Latino, most from low-income families. But performance-wise, this school has done very well over the past few years. Chuck.
Trace, thanks.
Okay, no, I don't want another video to start. No, stop it. All right, I'm getting off here on that. Okay. James. Unmute,
Trey,
dude.
Trey Gowdy is retiring?
I hope not.
What's going on? Obviously, there's so much information
Look
that
at
is
Google.
not.
Look at the Google Doodle. Oh, it kind of looks like a congressman celebrating Carter G. Woodson. I don't know who that is. Look, 19 hours ago, Representative Trey Gowdy not seeking re-election. The hell? Sorry. He tweets, "There is a time to come and a time to go. This is the right time for me to leave politics and to return to the justice system." Full statement here. So he's not completely leaving. Looks like, I wonder if he's going to become part of the FBI.
Or yeah, exactly. They're probably needing, okay, every good head. It's not time to be leaving at this time. He obviously knows that. They're needing to put these sellouts, they're needing to replace these sellouts. So he's going to be part of something that's corrupt, either the DOJ FBI, House,
You want me to read his statement?
Yeah.
Okay, so he says, words cannot adequately express my gratitude to the people of South Carolina for the privilege of representing them in the House of Representatives. The upstate of South Carolina has an incredible depth and breadth of assets, including numerous women and men capable of representing us. I will always be grateful for the opportunity to serve in the People's House and, prior to Congress, to advocate on behalf of justice in our court system. I will not be filing for re-election to Congress nor seeking any other political and or elected office. Instead, I will be returning to the justice system. Whatever skills I may have are better utilized in a courtroom than in Congress, and I enjoy our justice system more than our political system. As I look back on my career, it is the jobs that both seek and reward fairness that are most rewarding. This is no perfect time to make this announcement, but with filing opening in 6 weeks, it is important to give the women and men in South Carolina who might be interested in serving ample time to reflect on the decision. To my wife, Terry, and our 2 children, Watson and Abigail, thank you for all you sacrificed, missed, or did alone so I could serve as both a prosecutor and a member of the House. And then it goes on, he's talking to his parents. To the women and men I worked with at South Carolina Court of Appeals, the United States District Court, U.S. Attorney's Office, the 7th Circuit Solicitor's Office, and in Congress, thank you for the texture, depth, and joy you added to life. To the law enforcement officers and victims of crime, thank you for personifying courage. So basically, he's just going back to being a full-time prosecutor. That's what it looks like. Wow. And he posted this on January 31st.
What about if he's going to be the one prosecuting the beast, the Hildebeest?
Who knows? Wow.
I have a feeling that was Trey Gowdy on that train today?
I didn't see his name listed. When you read all of them out.
I wonder if it was the sellouts, the sellout Republicans.
Check us out. House Republicans retiring in droves. What's pushing them out? This is on USA Today 23 hours ago.
Read it.
Forget running for re-election. Daggone it.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. It just keeps clicking on something else. Okay, here, let me click back on it. Excuse me. Okay, let me start over. Out of Washington, forget running for re-election. House Republicans are running for the exits instead. On Wednesday, South Carolina Rep. Trey Gowdy, chairman of the powerful House Oversight Committee, became the 3rd GOP lawmaker in just the past week to announce plans to leave Congress at the end of his term. All told, 41 Republican House members have said that they will either retire or seek another office, compared to 16 Democrats, according to the House Press Gallery. Some of those lawmakers have been forced out amid sexual harassment allegations, while others are running for governor or the Senate. But at least 9 are influential committee chairmen who, like Gowdy, are leaving with no scandal afoot. So what's pushing these gavel-wielding lawmakers out of the House door? A toxic slew of congressional dysfunction, perilous electoral prospects, term limits on committee chairmen, and an increasingly rightward tilting party with a president widely seen as erratic at its helm.
Oh, shut up. These Democrats are going to play stupid all the way to their grave. Playing stupid.
They say Washington's not a very pleasant place for anyone, said former Representative Tom Davis, a Virginia Republican who retired in 2008 after 14 years in the House. The polarization and all the gamesmanship can be grinding, Davis said, with the rewards aren't very sweet these days. Let me repeat that. He said the rewards aren't very sweet these days. The public hates you, he said. It doesn't mean you don't get reelected, but you're not getting great outcomes. Just look at Congress's legislative plate right now. A spending standoff that threatens a second government shutdown in a matter of weeks, an explosive immigration debate with no clear solution, and a presidential infrastructure proposal that appears dead on arrival. Another helping anyone? There is a time to come and a time to go, Gowdy tweeted on Wednesday. The former federal prosecutor said he wanted to leave politics and return to the justice system. Whatever skills I may have are better utilized in a courtroom than in Congress. I've already read that. Gowdy's announcement came on the heels of two others. Pennsylvania Republican Rep. Pat Meehan said that he would not run for re-election last week after news emerged that a former aide had accused him of sexual harassment. And on Monday, New Jersey Republican Representative Rodney Frelinghuysen announced that he would also retire rather than seek another term in November. They said last year he became chairman of the House Appropriations Committee, once considered the most powerful perch in Congress. But with the earmarks banned, making it nearly impossible to bring home pet projects or use of promise of them as leverage in negotiations, and spending bills mirrored in the legislative mud, the committee has lost some of its luster. And Frelinghuysen's decision was at least in part a nod to the electoral landscape. Democrats are hoping to ride a wave of anti-Trump anger to regain the House majority in November. So basically, they're having all of these Republicans not run for re-election, and they're trying to turn Congress back into all Democratic. Because basically, Congress is most Republicans right now, right?
That's what this writer wants you to think.
Yeah.
That's what the writer's wet dream is. This guy wouldn't have a clue if it bit him on his ass. We're getting ready. This is a war.
I mean, the whole reason for the government shutdown is because they couldn't agree on the health care plan. Am I right? That was supposedly why they shut down?
It was basically Schuma's way of trying to make Trump, try to blacken Trump's eye. But Trump didn't get any black eye. It put the black eye in Schumer. Schumer shut down.
Schumer shot. Dozer, what are you doing? Come here. Come here, babe. Oh, God, this dog's getting heavy.
Okay. It's crazy what's going on. Am I paused? No.
No.
I'm
not reading that whole article, though. That's crazy.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is the news is just, I mean, we are in some unbelievable times. What was that book? The Best of Times. It was the Worst of Times. It really fits right now. I had to read it in high school. Oh, but it is so true. I mean, it's you got the most evil people, you got people that are rising to the top, being just like You have good people. I mean, you're seeing the clash, literally like good versus evil, you know. And I know people like to say there's not a political solution for a spiritual problem, but that doesn't mean you just sit back and let the dark side take over.
Exactly.
You know, at least,
Well,
hey, if we could buy ourselves 50 more years before this thing puts our neck into the noose, I'll take it. I'll
yeah,
take it if it's 25. I'll take it if it's 20. It's 20 more years that we'd have free. Hey, who knows? It might be 100. Nothing is written in stone. And, you know, the Bible, Revelations is maybe was written in a prophetic dream sense for a reason.
17.
You know, I
13.
always thought if certain things were done, we could, now when it comes down to it's mathematics, it's pure mathematics. Obviously, you can't stop this, but we can try to put people that are close to the top or running these types of things that aren't psycho killers that don't have this crazy plan. You know, I mean, I would just take greedy, people at this point that aren't just because I mean, there's businessmen and then there's people that are signed on for this death plan and using this technology. If you have alternate motives other than making money and becoming a larger company, et cetera, um, that's really where it gets scary because these people they don't what's money to them? Money's nothing. Their whole thing is a means to an end. They want to kill, they want to population control. They want to get rid of us. They want to literally replace us with robots. They
Yeah,
only
just
use
like
them.
that Fox reporter a while ago. He kind of looked like a Barbie doll slash AI reporter. I just sorry I had to say that. Did you
No,
see
but
his
the truth
hairdo?
is strange.
I know. I gotta start on supper, so you want to go ahead and you got anything else you want to say? You all right with ending it?
I just wanted to check in and just thank you to everybody that was right there and just I don't know, just love you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a few shout outs. I wanted to say thanks to everybody that showed up today, and I mean, you all are what keep us going. I mean, it's not the way the world stands right now. It's you all help keep us afloat. You know, you all are what drive us to continue to bring forth this news, and we need to really stick with each other. And you know, like with what's happened with James the past couple days, um, we grow a bond here. I mean, yeah, I've never met James in person, but I can tell you one thing: I love him like a brother. Um, these relationships, as much as they try to get in there and wiggle and break us up, it's not going to happen.
Oh, and we know about that.
Yeah.
Yes, they do have people that they go on YouTube and when they see two channels that are, tend to research and they I don't know exactly why they do it, but this is what I believe. There's powers in a lot of people looking at the same thing. Just look at this memo. Look at the past just look at just Q, just not even Q himself, but just people looking at the same information. There's something spiritual, or not spiritual. There's something powerful. There's like There's something that goes on when humans put their intent into something all at the same time. More information is pulled out. It's like this. I've always known it. I just don't know how to, exactly say it with words, exactly what's going on. But when everybody focuses on the same thing, all of a sudden the picture becomes much more clear. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. And a lot of
And
people don't know this.
they're scared of that. They're very scared of that. And then they're also scared of it's not just one person with the numbers, it's collectively,
Right.
So I might reach a couple thousand. This person reaches a couple thousand. This person, but we're all talking. So by the end of that string, we're reaching millions,
Exactly.
millions,
Yep.
millions. We're all spread out.
And I wanted to say this real quick, James. Before Pizzagate got large, me, you, and Bernie Trump perspective were the first to actually uncover Pizzagate, and we just didn't actually come out and say it right away. We were like the first group to actually start researching it and uncover it. And a lot of people don't realize that. And I think that's why they started attacking us right after that. Do you remember right after we started researching that, every one of us started having computer issues just because we were in there?
We're one of the first to research the WikiLeaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was tons of researchers because this thing goes back to this thing is so prevalent. It's just like a type of but when you say Pizzagate, we weren't researching it when it was named Pizzagate.
Right. It was before it was even named. We were researching the WikiLeaks, and we were all, I think we were in a private hangout, and we were just reading the WikiLeaks emails, and we were like, wow.
That was the craziest dump ever.
Yeah, and then we found the murals and stuff to go along with it, and it was just like,
I have a feeling something is going to come that's going to be on the same level as that. With I have a feeling that really we're seeing people that are these Democrats that basically stick their head in the sand and act like there's nothing wrong. It infuriates me because they're not being spiritually honest, but we know that. It's really not about Democrat Republican, and it's basically breaking this two-party system, which is good because that two-party system was crap. Right. And now you're just seeing Americans. People have their different sides of every issue. You should be an issue-orientated person, not, oh, well, my party says this, so I'm going to go with that. That type of thinking is way long gone. Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's one big diversion tactic to have two different parties where they think you have to be on one side versus the other. Why can't people just unite and bring forth their collective minds and just agree? Be people. Don't become a party.
Azuri Skies 555 says we are the storm. Exactly. We are the storm. And that's what's great. And I do have a feeling the reason why, and okay, so yeah, whatever. Even if they were to do this, this is what one of their things they do. They want to create a chilling effect. All right, you spooked me for a minute. You think that this is going to do anything? You think this is going to do anything at this point to anybody? At this point, I hate to use the word blood because of the reference, but literally, blood's in the water. People are at this point that it's, we know something stinks. We know that there's a plan to kill us off. We know that we're not going to just let you just plot our demise while we watch, wrestling or sports or whatever. We're not. We're that those days are long gone. Now, I think they're confused because they see that there's always going to be people that are just, they're not about it. But I mean, in the first revolution, the first American Revolution, I heard some stats on the people that were actually involved. Wasn't that many in comparison with the population. You don't need a lot of engaged citizens. You just need a healthy, select portion of the population, and that's it. That's all she wrote, and that's where it's headed right now. They're basically doing everything they can to stop this from coming out. I mean, I was thinking this freaking memo is going to come out and it's just going to be black. We gave you the memo, just all black. See how much we care.
Mm-hmm.
They're caught. They're caught. They don't know what to do.
Well, we are the storm, and we gotta stick together and keep our research up, and don't let anything deter us. Like this little thing that happened with you. It's not little, you know what I mean? We can't let it scare us. We can't let it stop us. We have to stick together, and we'll try to do more live streams. Like you were supposed to get your computer back, and what are the odds? And you were getting ready to get your live stream capabilities back, and all this stuff happened. I mean, it's just
27th.
things like that. Things like that, man.
27th, I got it back, and 27th was it the day that it happened?
The 26th was the last time you put out a video. And, I was thinking, I mean, I go sometimes a week without talking to you. And I was like, he didn't tell me happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, you had your own stuff going on, but it just kind of, I was like, huh, and I was like, I just talked to you on the 26th. I called you and you were out in town and, everything was fine. So, and usually when I text or call you, we always make it a point to text or call back. And I hadn't heard from you. So, and then my discernment kicked in and said something was wrong. So I didn't stop. So I'm glad you're breathing, man. I'm glad you're here. I love you. And love everybody here in the chat. Thanks for coming in, you all. Glad we were able to do this show. I've got to get off here and cook for the kids. And if we decide to go live again, I'll try to put it in advance to where you all can either set a reminder or be able to share the broadcast. And hopefully James can get situated, get his PC back, and get things rolling. And prayers, please, you all, for James and what he's going through. He has a Patreon. And if you want James, I'll go ahead and put your PayPal link in my stream in the description box. We're not out here begging for money or anything, guys, but
what would be really helpful is something on like Facebook or I don't know if my mom, I think she's on Facebook or whatever, but like I don't know, see that I'm doing something positive, because I feel like I am, and just she's, whether she knows it or not, she's a part of I don't know what
okay,
but
let me put it to you this way, James. When you are under the influence of things, which you weren't, but your mom obviously was, and people get into your head, you're already having a negative experience from the alcohol, which makes it a whole lot easier when you hear negativity in your ear to believe that negativity, because the alcohol is already feeding on the negativity. So I'm sure that once the alcohol left the system, maybe she woke up and was like, what happened? And you said she didn't go to court, right? So were the charges automatically dismissed?
My mom's not a rookie. I mean, it's like not like this is her first glass of wine.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But I'm just,
there's another element there. And I'd like to find out. I'd really like to find out who who makes it their business to do. They're I don't know. There was something very good going on.
Well, that's
And in the
usually when the
last,
bad starts happening, when everything starts getting good. That's
she's
usually when stuff
moving
happens.
to Washington. I'm moving to an undisclosed location. I'd like to have these last 2 months. I moved in last year. I moved out when I was 17 years old. So I'd like to have these couple months to be pleasant. And whatever's going on, whether it's I don't want to think of like, oh, it's like, because I don't know what it is, but I would really like, to be like, well, she jumped the gun or so, it would just be terrible. I don't know what exactly, but she needs
Well,
to
here's what we need
me.
to do. When two or more are gathered in his name, he is there. We all need to bound together and pray against it. We need to rebuke it, whatever it is, because it's definitely not of the Holy Spirit.
Definitely not.
So, I mean, we can rebuke this evilness away and rebuke it and let it just, get behind thee, Satan. And that's exactly what it is. So we all need to get together, maybe like, at 8 o'clock tonight, I'll just say a big prayer. And, like I said, we'll try to get back on here more often. I've had some issues that I'm dealing with as well. So just, all of us pray for each other and continue to love and support each other. If not, I've never asked for any handouts or anything, but if anybody can just help out in some way, if prayers is what you've got, hey, that's great. That's
Or
really,
just think about people.
yeah,
Sometimes
exactly.
people that aren't faith based, or they think, oh, it's religious people. Just think about somebody, put them
Right.
inside of your thoughts. That's
Exactly.
really what prayer is. And just there's some sort of protection. And also, on the reverse, it feels good to have somebody do that to you. I
Right.
could, I feel that when
Right.
people do that.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like there was somebody. I didn't feel alone. I've
Right.
been in this situation where I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was scared. And this time, I said, I have, I, I have people. I have people caring about me. It's going to be okay. It made a difference. It made a big difference.
I'm glad to hear you say that,
So,
man. Yeah, it definitely makes a difference. We're all part of that collective spirit. And, when two or more are gathered, and just like, it's kind of like this when, say, you go to church or, you have a prayer meeting and people say, well, what's their names? There's no need in giving any names, people. God knows all. He knows who's on your mind. So, you know, all of us just bound together, keep together. We'll try to put out another broadcast soon. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. Much love to you all. Thanks, James, again for coming on. I love you, man. And we'll talk at you all later.
all right.
All right.
Save me some supper.
I
All right.
sure
Bye.
will. Bye.
Later.